Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Gemini for December 2024. Gemini, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Most of all, for showing up. Spirit, I thank you for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Gemini, the deck is just splitting. It's splitting. It's splitting. 9 of Swords with the Ace of Cups. So we're worried about having a commitment. We're worried about finding that true love. We're worried. We're just worried about someone we love. We're worried about the 4 of Wands for stability, for marriage, for celebration, for higher knowledge, for school, for settling down. We're worried about love. Gemini, are we worried about where we're headed in love? Let's see what we have here. The 4 of Pentacles, again, worried about money, worried about healing, being that generous type. We're worried about someone. We're in love, or we want to be in love. Again, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. See, we have the 6 of Cups with the 7 of Cups. So we're spiraling up, looking for the truth, wanting to have a victory. We're remembering how it was. Maybe that's why we're worried. Not sure if that relationship is improving, or if you want to get into a relationship with particulars. Using a new deck, it's the WitchesTarot Companion, and the deck split in 2 places. Let's see, we have the High Priestess and the Page of Cups. So we're going from the Ace of Cups to the Page of Cups. We're looking to forgive, or we want forgiveness. We're wanting to express ourselves emotionally. Here with the High Priestess, we're needing to really go in and follow that instinct. Again, with the 6 of Cups, again, for what we remember, and this deck splits with the Knight of Pentacles. Someone has a plan, or we're thinking about a young man, or we're feeling that we want to start something new. Again, with the Pages and the Ace of Cups, it's quite likely. And the deck is just splitting on me. Each time I try to shuffle, it's splitting. Let's do one more. Just do a cut. This one is flipped. We have the King of Wands. So we're reaching for that enthusiasm. We're reaching for that permanence, that sense of building something that will last, wanting to be with someone. Maybe you're thinking of a fire sign. Maybe you have fire in your chart, Gemini. This is a 7-card spread. It's really all about you and what's been in the past. Oh, we have that King of Wands again. So this is what was in the past, which has brought you to where you are now. And it is that enthusiasm, that sense of propriety, building something to be prosperous, to have a foundation, to have a home. Taking care of yourself, but at the same time taking care of others. So being that you're worried about someone you love in that respect. We have the 2nd card, which is the past, and we have the King of Pentacles. So the 2 kings here are showing that from the past to the present, we're working out a plan to have that prosperity and follow through, because this is where you were coming into where you are now, and this is where you are headed, as in this is the present day. So you have a plan. You were thinking about it, working it out, wanting to be a provider, and now you're standing up and taking a step forward to be that provider. Here we have the future is yet to be determined, because the wheel is turning. Jupiter is in your favor. You may want to look to see where Jupiter is in your chart, simply because Saturn has opened up going forward and bringing things in that have to come to fruition. So the wheel is turning in your favor. Either way, the wheel is turning if you don't feel like it's going in your favor. And here we have the Eight of Cups. So here is action to be taken, this fourth card. What to do is to move on. So if it is that you don't feel that you're being, the love that you have is not being reciprocated, then the next best thing is to move on and find where that love can be reciprocated, where you can come to having what it is that you're seeking. You're looking for more, you're wanting more. Hence the reason you have a new plan going, or you have a plan that you want to see come to fruition. And if it is that whomever you're with is not bringing you to feel that you are together, because we had that Nine of Swords there, that worrying about love, you're looking for that ninth cup, and you're worried that you won't find it. Well, you need to keep looking. You just have to set your sights on a higher level. Maybe where you are or where you were, it wasn't coming in the way you wanted it to, and the plan that you had formulated wasn't moving, and now you're thinking that you need to move on and find someone or to work with, or to seek out more information about what it is you really want to do. Here we have choice. So this is the next person. Could be the King of Pentacles or the King of Wands, depending on where you fit. If you feel that you sit better with the King of Wands, or you have Earth in your chart and you feel like you're making plans to move away, move on, there's a choice that the next person needs to make here, because this is for people that you may be dealing with, this card. Being that it's the fifth card, it's other people and how they affect you. Either they're giving you a choice or you are giving them a choice. But somebody needs to make a choice. And the action here is to move further, move on, look forward, go forward, take things to the next level or a higher level, in the sense where you're looking for more information, or you want to have more feeling come from the relationship that you may very well be in, or that the relationship you're seeking as time is going by. You're wanting to have more, you're wanting to move on, and a choice needs to be made as to where to go or who to go with, because this is for the next person to decide. The sixth card here is the obstacles in your way. So there seems to be an ego that may be blocking, whether it is theirs or yours, because either way, you're both on a level of either we're working together or we're working against each other. And this is where the choice needs to be made. Either we move into a direction where we're both going to gain, or we go our separate ways. And that is the choice that the next person has to make. Either you have made an ultimatum towards them, or they are contemplating, because of what took place in the past, they are contemplating what they should do next. And that Emperor is to stand and take a position and make a decision, decide whether it is they want to be with you or not. And this seems to be the obstacle. They're not able to decide. And then we have the outcome is the Six of Cups. So we're looking at memory, we're looking at reconciliation, we're looking at the possibility, because it is a possibility, not necessarily the actual outcome, because you don't have to follow what I say when I give a reading. It is always potential. But the Emperor here, not having made a decision, will need to go back and reflect in order to make that decision, because it is either they're staying or they're going. But from what they have as memories with you, that will be the deciding factor. And we see the Queen of Swords here, and my little friend has come to visit. Oh, it's cold outside, eh? You went for a little walk. That's okay. I'm gonna go warm up now. So the Queen of Swords, Gemini, is where all that truth comes in. Again, it is to decipher what is and what was and how you feel about the relationship between you and the next person, because they have a plan and you're not too sure. Maybe you could be thinking, well, if I don't like what they're going to say, or if I don't like their choice, I'm moving on. And divorce seems to be on the table for some of you here. And we have the Four of Swords. So it is for healing. It is for thinking more. Again, with the Five Swords being the 4 with the 1 here. And then the 7 Swords with the 2 swords here. So the indecisive, or holding back, or not speaking, thinking more about what it is you want to say or what you want to say. But either way, it's gone into the mental side, because the Emperor needs to make that choice. They need to come up with what it is they really want to do with you. And it is either to reconcile or to move on. Here we have the 2 of Swords. So either someone's waiting for the right moment to make that decision. And I'm saying someone. Either you will decide for them, or they will decide for both of you or for themselves. And justice will be served. And you will find your happiness. Either it is with or without them. If it is divorce for some of you, then it is determined that you have your happiness coming. Because with the swords, it is either you're waiting for the right moment, or they are. The 6 swords here is to claim that victory. Again, it is to weigh the pros and cons. It is to come out with the truth. And it is all about being honest, is where the decision process will take place, and making a choice and standing up in that choice. We'll take a oracle message. I'm using the Witches Familia Runic Oracle for guidance here. So Spirit is going to guide you along the way. Let's see how Spirit, what is the advice that Spirit gives? Because you're quite determined. Either you're taking on that King of Wands, or that King of Wands is now becoming the King of Pentacles. I mean, take it as it resonates. The wheel is turning in your favor or against the next person, depending on the relationship, and you wanting to have more, or wanting to get to the truth of the matter, because you're thinking that moving on is the answer here. Let's see what the advice is from Spirit. 2 cards wanted to come out. It's the Tiwas and the Node. I'll take it. The Node is okay. So again, with the sword here, this justice here being served, Gemini, you have 3 cards from Spirit, because I see that it is quite difficult here. It is the difficulty is in dealing with the ego. The difficulty is in deciding, should I stay, should I go, who should I go with? If it is that you have two kings that you're dealing with, or if it is you embody one or the other, I mean, you take it as it resonates. Let me see the Tiwas. Ooh, this is deep knowing here. It's the eagle. From the greatest heights, the eagle has balanced and broad perspective of the world. So again, you with the justice, with the Queen of Swords here. Maybe you need to choose between 2. The eagle has a balanced and broad perspective of the world, liberated from the tight personal viewpoints of those on the ground. He is able to see the true lay of the land. He is privy to universal and cosmic ordering principles that, with higher consciousness, bring true and beneficial law and justice to the world. Tiwas has a righteous warrior energy. See, going for the right, Go in with what is right, the right choice, the right thing to do. Honor is its defining quality. Standing in your integrity is everything, Gemini. With this rune comes the promise of a good and just outcome. The scales will be balanced. You might be asked in a position of leadership to make personal sacrifices. Do what you know to be right, as courage and a worthy cause will be victorious. So again, have faith. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in the universe. Saturn is coming with the goodies. That is for sure. Let's see, we have the notice, because that card slipped out with this one. And I think that is Spirit saying, hold on. They're going to need a little more than the tea was. Yes, it's the 20. So the notice is here. Oh, sorry. Is there any creature tougher or more tenacious, robust, and resilient than the honey badger? So you're coming out fighting there. Gemini, you're standing your ground. That is for sure. No matter what life throws at her, she uses it to learn. Now we're looking at the feminine side when we say she. So it is that emotional sense, again, dealing with the Queen of Swords. She uses it to learn, grow, and become even stronger. Whether she is battling a deadly snake or fighting a way for her family to survive an arid environment, she casts aside frivolous wants and focuses on essential needs. The saying, necessity is the mother of invention, perfectly describes the energy of Gnosis. It is the unimaginable pressure that creates diamonds. Notice tells you something you probably already know. Life can be hard, yet it is often through your suffering and your labor that you truly learn the powerful stuff you are made of. Again, you've been through quite a bit. That's why the wheel is turning in your favor now. Hence, you got these two runes. This is to back up any doubt or any inclination of uncertainty that you may feel is coming your way, or that you have been experiencing with this King of Wands here, because he could be like that. If it is in a reverse state where you were before, because this is the past bringing you into the present, could have been on that level of uncertainty where we have a good plan, but we're missing something. We're missing how it could work, or we're missing the backup from our King of Pentacles, who would be the person that is going through that ego, or if it was yourself, being that you had the possibility but you were still missing something. There was an inadequacy, and patience needed to happen, to come now, to bring the wheel to turn in your favor. Probably the people who you were dealing with was on that level of uncertainty, because now someone has to stand up. Someone has to take that leadership, be more decisive. Again, that's where the King of Wands could be faltering, where he's indecisive, because he sees the great picture, but he's not able to complete. He's running out of steam halfway for whatever reason. And hence the looking further, looking to move on your part, because that is what is required here. To look to the future, look forward, move on, move away from what no longer serves you. And having that decision to be made on their part is to let you go and let you stand in your own leadership. But you already have that. Here we have the answers to back you up again. Let's see what that says. It seems like it's an element here. It's the raven. Okay. Again, that's wisdom. That reflects on the hangman, holding back and thinking about the perspective. 8. Let's see. Changing your perspective. Again, moving away from what no longer serves you. The highly intelligent raven is always alert. And like the god Odin's ravens, Hugin, thought, and Munin, memory, who are his eyes and ears out in the world, he is always collecting information. Flying high, he has clear sight over all. You can hear him calling out as he passes on messages of both good news and warning. And Zeus is a rune of Odin, of the divine breath of all creation, and is also called the messenger rune. In a reading, it brings a message of divine inspiration, creation, formation, and transformation. It indicates a strong presence of your ancestors and ancestral line. And Zeus represents the arrival of a revelation or insight. Language, with all its uses and power, is central to this rune. Again, contemplation here, holding back, waiting for the right moment, knowing that justice will be served. And all in all, in the end, you will have your happiness, because the tower will come down and you will be able to step off, move on. That King of Swords, we won't go so far, but it is the counterpart to the Queen. So justice is going to be served. Someone will make that decision that needs to be made. And you will have the communication, and you will be able to walk away from what no longer serves you, because you have spirit backing you up. On that note, Gemini, I thank you again for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, love and light.